Hi everybody, Ryan here again. Not too kind of worried about an issue we have here with this transmission job that we've been working on here on my T660. So I've got the new rebuilt transmission. I've got my old transmission here on a pallet. It's kind of collapsing. So this is a Eaton Fuller FRO 16210C transmission. So I deal with Edelman's down here in Canton, Ohio. They're a pretty good rebuilder, close to where we're at, so easy to deal with. They had one in stock down there, and it seems like I went down there and got this thing like 3 weeks ago, and actually was scrambling to find a receipt here earlier today, and it's been like almost 6 weeks. So I'm already getting close on my core, because on the receipt they said you got to have your core returned in 45 days, and I like to have the new one and the old one sitting right next to each other, because when I was about 22 years ago, I had a '79 Ford F350 with had a Lincoln 460 in it. It had automatic transmission, which we kind of assumed that it was a C6. So I was out acting stupid one night, running through the mud in the fields, and ended up getting stuck and tore the transmission out of this thing. And so we went ahead and we ordered, I think it was through AutoZone or Advanced Auto or something, down where I grew up, down in southeast Indiana, Kentuckiana area there on the Ohio River. We called and ordered a transmission. You know, they looked everything up, and it was coming up as a C6. And so we get this new transmission. We went ahead. We had the old one out. We sent it back to for the core. And about a week later, we're putting the thing back in, and come to find out, it isn't the same transmission. So come to find out, that transmission that I had was an AMX transmission, which is kind of an oddball Ford transmission. That I went back to AutoZone or whoever it was and tried to get a new one, or try to get my core back so I could rebuild it, and nobody had AMXs available. So I basically lost, I was going to salvage yards and everything else, and I could not find another transmission, basically because I didn't have. I had the new one come in. I gave them, at the time that I purchased the new one, I gave them the old one for the core so I wouldn't have to pay that. So they sent that one out like the next day, and my new transmission didn't come for like a week, so I didn't have them sitting right next to each other. So moral of the story is I ended up having to put a manual transmission into that pickup truck, and it really wasn't what I wanted to do, because I had to do a lot of fabrication, for the clutch linkages and all that stuff, and it turned into a huge kind of disaster. But ever since then, when I've done these type of jobs, I like to have these two items before I send this one back. I mean, yeah, you're going to have to eat, there's an $800 core charge on this transmission, so I had to pay that, but it's worth it to have them both sitting right next to each other. I mean, if anything's different, any brackets, I mean, you can take like for like, have all that stuff, because you might leave something on this, and you start putting that one in, and then you find out that you needed something off of this, and it's already gone. You're not going to get it back. Because especially if you're dealing with, at least these guys are local, which I have an issue here that I'm going to talk about in a second, so I can just put it in the back of the truck and drive down there. But in some cases, if you're dealing with somebody that might be on the other side of the country, it's already shipped out. It could have been already went through a production process or whatever and been rebuilt, and they don't even know that it was, it's over with. You're not going to get that back. So I always like to do that. But in this case, like I said, I thought it was I was thinking we picked this thing up like 3 weeks ago, and it was actually almost 6 weeks ago. So just the way time has went by so quick here this summer. Like I said, we've had bad weather, and I haven't been able to work on things, and have been doing other jobs and all that. So it just got really kind of got away from me. So typically, I wouldn't recommend buying unless you're ready to do the job, or maybe within a couple of days or a week or two. I wouldn't go out and spend. I think we got like $3,500, $3,600 into this with the core charge. So it's basically been sitting here for a month and a half for the most part, and so it's a lot of money out there for one, and then if you have an issue, which again I'm going to get into right now. All right, guys. So before I get into this, if you just want to throw it out there, if you like our videos, you like the content, and you enjoy it, if it helps you out for entertainment or for business or any type of mechanical help, if you could help us out and like the video and all that, that really helps us get our videos out there. So we appreciate all that support and all that good stuff. But anyways, we'll go ahead and get into this. So as I said earlier, these transmissions are both, you can see right here on this tag, this is an FRO-16210C, and that's it. And come over to our new one, which you're going to notice these are sitting in a different position, but they mark these. This is an FRO. This was originally an F, which means that the shifter was more forward. It was in a different position than what this one is. So this was a C. A C means that the shifter tower is more centered. So on an F, which this originally was, but they changed the top cover for me because I told them it was a C, that where that shifter sits was a little bit farther forward, so is what that means. So other than that, the rest of the transmission is the same, and you can actually, like I said, you could have an F cover on a C, it doesn't matter. It's just the top cover is the only difference there is. Now, as you can see, the major difference, even though this has the bell housing on it, which I got to take this off and put it on my new transmission, you can see this transmission sitting nice and flat on this pallet. And you can see this one's not. And there's a big reason for that. This transmission that came out of my truck is actually an FRO 16210C-IC, which the IC would stand for an internal or integrated cooler, which is what this is right here. This is a transmission cooler that actually the engine antifreeze or coolant runs through a little radiator or what's the word I'm thinking for? Heat exchanger right here, and that's what actually cools the transmission. Now this transmission over here is this a standard FRO 16210C, and it has two ports down here, and there's an oil pump in here, and it actually would pump the oil through either a water to oil or an air to oil cooler that would cool the transmission externally. So that's kind of a problem because I don't want to change anything on this truck. So, and I didn't look at it. I just went with an FRO 1610C and didn't think anything of it. And, you know, I just figured that it was going to have that cooler like this when I purchased it. And they never asked me down there if it was a IC, if it had a cooler on it or not. So, like I said, I've been out like 6 weeks now. I've had this thing sitting here. Then I set it down. I got to looking at it, and I'm like, after we pulled it out and had it on the transmission jack, I'm like, this one in there is sitting flat, and this one is not going to sit flat. So something's different here. And it took me like an hour, like going back and forth before I drug it over here. And okay, these are not. I mean, they're the same transmission, but that cooler is a problem. So, like I said, I bought this from Edelman's down there in Canton. So I got to call them. I'm going to get this guy stripped down tonight because like I'm at the deadline. I think tomorrow is actually my deadline for the core to get my $800 back on this anyways. But I'm just kind of wondering if they're going to, since I've had this sitting here so long, if it's going to be an issue for me swapping it out. So that we'll find that out tomorrow. So, and that's just one of those things when you buy something and let it sit for a long time before you get it put in, you just don't know what you're going to get into. So. And I might have to pay a restocking fee on that since it's been, I don't know. So it's just something we should have looked. I mean, it's my mistake. I mean, kind of. So I wish they would have asked me, you know, if he would ask me if I had a cooler or not, and that wasn't one of the questions that came up. And then we would have looked into it a little bit deeper. But obviously, like I said, this one has an integrated cooler and internal cooler. This one does not. So they're different. I mean, obviously, I mean, that one would go in. I mean, I could have put that up in the truck and everything else and had it ready to go, and then went to go hook the coolant lines up, and it wouldn't have worked out. So we're going to get that figured out tomorrow, and hopefully it works out in our favor. So a little bit of drama here. So we'll, all I can do is give them a call in the morning and head down there and take both of them down there, and hopefully they'll work with me, because as you guys know, we're starting a new shop and all that, and you know, hoping we'll be doing probably more business with them. So that's kind of maybe a little bit of a card I can play, hopefully. They'll maybe help me out with this situation. But we'll just, like I said, we'll have to see what happens. So, like I said, this kind of a little screw up here. So I thought I would kind of, for people that are doing one of these jobs, or you're ordering up a transmission, like I said, it doesn't, obviously, you've seen the data plate, it doesn't specify if it has an internal core or not. So when I didn't even get underneath the truck, actually, when I ordered this. I just looked at the tag on my door, which has, you know, your transmission axles and all that stuff, and engine data and all that. So that's what I ordered it off of, and thought we'd be good to go. And like I said, nobody said anything otherwise. So anyways, that's pretty much it for the day, guys. So, and hopefully we'll update what happens tomorrow, and hopefully that works out well for us, and we have a good, can continue to have a good relationship with them down there. So that's pretty much it on this. So thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell for the updates, and again, like that video, because that helps us get our videos out to other people, new subscribers, and all that good stuff. So also, if you know, I always say it, if you're interested in the farming stuff, we move that off of this channel. If you're interested in that, tractors, animals, crops, and we're doing more hay and all that stuff this year, kind of getting away from the produce thing and whatnot. But if you're interested in that stuff, we always put the link for our farm channel too, since we had a lot of people that like that stuff on the channel, but like, so we kind of moved that off. So you can check that out also if you're interested in that. So again, thanks for watching, thanks for all the support, and we'll see you next time.